Very good. Thank you, sir. We want to thank George Grove for his fine work up here, and Mr. Doherty with them. 2/3 of the Kingston Trio. Our next soloist is Bob Burlinson, another camp veteran. Bob and Mary Ann, his wife, for 48 years. We got some long marriages at this camp, don't we? Native, no, you can say yes or no. You don't have to commit. They're natives of New York City, and they now reside in the San Mateo, California. One of their San Mateo, which follows there. One of their first dates was to a trio concert at Carnegie Hall in New York. See, now Carnegie, I've been in New York. I can never find Carnegie Hall. Is Tom Lamb over there? Oh, yeah. You know New York. How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Practice.
Well, apparently the practice. Oh, okay. He says across the street from where?
Carnegie Deli.
No, there you go. From the Carnegie Deli, Tom. See? What would I do without Lamb? I'm telling you. Bob Burlinson retired from business 5 years ago to pursue a second career in grandparenting and a third career playing bluegrass music in the Bay Area with the Dartmouth Mountain Band. At a recent gig in Menlo Park, what was scheduled to be an hour of bluegrass, he says, was enhanced by an unscheduled 90 minutes of Kingston Trio music. As it turned out, several members of the audience had gone to Stanford with Dave Guard. Bob has been a trio fan since the group's inception and has seen all versions of the group, starting at Carnegie Hall, which is across from the Carnegie Deli in New York, and Forest Hills in New York. Like so many others, Bob formed his own folk trio of Army buddies that played at various clubs, USO shows, in Korea on the right side of the border in the early 60s. This is Bob's 10th fantasy camp of the past 11 years. He says he relishes the time spent here with Bob and Bobby, Nick and John, George, Bill, Rick, and Paul, and most especially with his fellow members of that infamous camp trio, the Irreconcilable Differences, who you may see again later tonight if you're not careful. And they are Ed Callahan and George Jensen. This is the 9th year that he and Ed are together, with George joining them several years ago. And he says, finally, Mary Ann relishes the annual reunions with the distinguished members of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pickers. The women's auxiliary here at camp. Please welcome one of our great camp veterans, Bob Burlinson.
Yes.
Thank you. We're going to do a song from the Both Sides album that featured Roger Gamble on lead, that nobody at the camp has ever heard of, where they say, "What are you singing?" I tell them, "Rake and Ramblin' Boy." They go, "What?" Anyway. Yep. Well, I'm a rake and a rambling boy. There's many a city I did join. Now I'm married, pretty little wife. I love her dear and I love my wife. Well, she was neat, so pretty gay. She made me ride the broad highway. Oh yes, I ride it, I do declare. And I made 10,000 acres. Well, I'm a rake, and a rambling boy, I've many a city I did join, but now I'm married to a little wife, and I love her dear, and I love my life. My mother said she had me home. My sister said she's all alone. My mother, she left me in this day, with an aching heart and a baby face. And when I die, don't bury me at all, don't bury me at all. Just put my bones in alcohol and let my feet taste the light and the little world I died on the I'm really more than a rebel, more than a city I did join. And now I'm married every little life. I love her dear, I love my own. I'm free and a rebel and bold. I'm ready for every city.